Traders, the number one thing that you must do to get any kind of consistency in your trading, and that is follow your rules. Right? Simple as that. You've got your trading plan, you've back tested your strategy, it works fine. The only thing you need to do, therefore, is follow the rules of your plan. So why don't you do it? Okay, so guys, we're going to look at a couple of examples of why we don't follow our rules. Okay, so stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to give you all of my trade ideas for today. And we've got really something interesting to show you on gold. So stay tuned. So yeah, guys, right, you've got your strategy, you've back tested it, you've spent months working on it, you've created your trading plan, you've got all of these rules in place, you are set. You're like, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to buy a Ferrari by Christmas, right? You have all these wonderful plans in trading, and the only reason they all fall down is because of you. Right? Nobody else, right? That is a very solo sport, isn't it? Trading, right? And it just falls down because you don't follow rules, right? Now, every time I take a trade, if I follow all my rules, okay, then, you know, I give myself a 10 out of 10. And whether the trade is successful or not, it doesn't matter, right? I've traded well because I've followed my rules. So why do we break them? If we know we have something that works and only breaks if we break it by not following rules, why don't we follow them? And the simple answer is, guys, right, and we'll go into a bit of detail and look at some examples, but the simple reason is that you're not a robot, right? Unfortunately for you, you are not the Terminator sent back in time for, you know, one lucky chart, right? You know, you have emotions, right? And also, you're more intelligent than a robot, right? A robot, you just set simple parameters, right? You know, when this happens or this happens, you enter. When this happens or this happens, you exit, right? Now, a computer doesn't have any emotions and will just follow that, right? But, you know, I'm not saying use an algorithm or an EA, right? Because they're so difficult to program anyway, right? You can't program candlesticks. A robot doesn't know when you've had a structure break. A robot really doesn't know where support and resistance levels are. You know, I've tried with a robot, right? And they're very limited. Whereas your brain is a wonderful thing, but that's a double-edged sword, right? Because, you know, it can see everything, right? The robot can't. The robot's very black and white, but you see multicolors, you know, when you look at the charts, right? And it's a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it helps you understand price action and where you should enter and where you should exit, etc. But it also makes you think you're smarter than the market sometimes, and you can bend the rules. They don't apply to you. All right, and I'm going to give you some examples right now of this, right? And we're going to go back, if you remember yesterday's vid, guys, and the Euro Aussie dollar trade that I should have got out of according to my strategy, right? So let's just recap that quickly. So I was in a Euro Aussie dollar sell, right? And price was coming down nicely. I entered in here, okay? Now price came down, it just sort of flirted with this level, and then bang, right? We got this candle, okay, that clearly broke these highs and this level. Now, my strategy clearly says if you have a structure break that goes against you, get the hell out of the trade, right? But not me, right? I you know, price eventually come up here and it was, you know, an expensive trade for me. It could have been a very inexpensive trade and just took a small loss, right? And we discussed this yesterday. Now, I didn't trade that, you know, wrongly or rightly, right? I sort of talked myself, well, wrongly, basically. You know, I said, right, we're at the moving average 20, you know, we've got this bearish candle closed back inside. You know, I thought of all these reasons, and this is you trying to think you're smarter than the market or smarter than your plan, and you're not, right? It broke structure, get the hell out, okay? And I should have done. right? Now, there's another really interesting example from yesterday, and it's pound Swiss franc. And this is exactly the same scenario. And I didn't get out of this trade. Now, let's look at this together, guys. You know, you tell me if I was wrong or right, right? So I'm in a pound Swiss franc sell trade, right? And this, you know, we was in this sideways action and then bang, right? It was coming down. And I have entered in here. So I was selling here, right? And my stop's up here, all right? And I'm looking to take price lower. Now, at this point, we're, you know, still in a downtrend. Only when we break this point has structure been broken. And you can clearly see price comes up, and this candle breaks, look, the close of that the close of the body breaks this high. So again, the same rule as Euro Aussie dollar, when H4 structure, or the time frame I'm trading, when the structure breaks against me, I get out of the trade. I didn't get out of this trade. Now, again, you know, you tell me, right? Am I talking myself, you know, to stay in this trade, or again, should I got out of it? But I know it's broken this high, but again, a robot would just get out. But a robot cannot see this level, right? I've pinpointed this level all week, and price, we got a nice, you know, bearish wick at this level, right? And it bounced off this level. So then I said to myself, right, I've just put an alarm in here. And I've moved the goalpost, to be quite honest. But I said, if it breaks this high, right, I'm out. Okay, because this level of this grey zone, this level of resistance has broke, right? But it never did. And then we get this nice big bearish candle come back in, right? And I'm still keen on pound Swiss franc sells. Now, was that the wrong or right decision? I'd love your opinion on this, guys, right? You know, so far it's coming down and it's looking like the right decision, but, you know, I've ignored my rules. Was I right to ignore my rules? You know, my view of the market and understanding that this was a good resistance level, right? Should I have stayed in the trade for that reason and for the reasons that I did, right? So I'd really like your thoughts on this, guys. Yeah, so let us know how you would have traded this and if I was wrong or right to do what I did. Okay, I can see this is a strong resistance level and we got a reaction, right? A robot can't. A robot would have just exited here. Okay, so let's see how this plays out, because I'm still interested in selling this pair today. And that leads me beautifully on to my trade ideas for today, because I'm seeing a lot of Swiss franc strength. So let's take a look at my trades now, guys, and stay to the end of the video because I've got a really interesting scenario with gold that I want to show you, right? And before I show you my trade ideas, guys, if I could please ask everyone to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we'd love to have you. Come join us. Smash the notification button. And if everyone could please smash the like button, right? It really helps support the vid. Also, guys, if you haven't already, come join our trading community, right? If you want to have a chit chat with like-minded traders, share knowledge, share ideas, then come join our free Discord channel. It's free. Just come in and verify yourself. If you want more than that, guys, and you want access to my trade signals, you want access to my strategies and tutorials, and you want direct access to me, then please come join our VIP Trading Academy. And if you sign up with one of our brokers right now and deposit funds into your own broker account, we will give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy. So check all of this out. It's all in the video description. Right, trades for today then, guys. So the overriding thing today is Swiss franc strength. And I'm going to draw a strong arm, yeah? That looks like a dinosaur, but it's meant to be a bicep. We are seeing strong Swiss franc, okay? So let's start with Canadian dollar Swiss franc. So I've been looking at this all week, Okay, so price has come down and then it sort of hovered around this level. Okay, and then it broke these lows in here, right, with this candle here. Okay, so it was in a downtrend anyway. Maybe there was a little bit of doubt as to trend in here, but when we see this candle, it's not in doubt. We're in a downtrend below the moving average 20 and bouncing off this resistance level. Look at that drawings. It looks like the drawings of a madman. All right, and we're just getting bearish. Again, you know, not super bearish, guys, but, you know, I'm liking the top wick on this one. And this one was a little bit indecisive, but I'm just trying to take price back down to this 6240. If we drop down to the H4, right, this would be a good level, right? Price comes up to here, moving average 20 catches up, right? We start selling from here. And it's all about the Swiss franc today. Also Euro Swiss franc, but don't forget, guys, we're going to take a look at gold as well. Again, if we look at the day chart, we've been discussing this one on the live stream quite a bit, guys, right? And finally, this pair, we're in a downtrend, right? I don't think there's any doubt there. And then price comes down, but finally we get a candle that breaks below this grey support and resistance level, right? And we're starting to come back below the moving average 20 now. So this is why I'm okay to trade Euro Swiss franc now, just down to this 9438 level, right? Which is, if you look at the H4, right, the next area of, let's drag this across, right, the next area of potential support, right? It's not rocket science. If I'm looking for a target, it's going to, in a downtrend, it's going to be the next piece of support. If I'm looking for a target in an uptrend, it's going to be the next piece of resistance, right? We're in a H4 downtrend. I just want to see a retrace potentially into here, right? Moving average 20 comes down, you know, or even maybe it retraces a little bit further and then start selling from here. Yeah, put my stop above here. So that's Euro Swiss franc and also pound Swiss franc, guys, right? So we spoke about it in our example. And this is in a downtrend. Okay, so clearly downtrend, retrace to a nice resistance level, bearish candle off of that level. We're flirting with the moving average 20 at the moment, right? But, you know, these previous day candles are just telling me sellers are still in control because this candle is the overriding candle in this clump of candles, right? So that's still telling me to sell. And you can see that resistance level is a nice resistance level as well. So we're looking to sell back down to this blue line, this 1050 level. If we drop down to the H4, I actually want to show you the H1 quickly because price has been respecting this trend line, right? It was support, support, support. It broke it here, but then we had that pound data that come out. We got some strength. Then it sort of broke back down again and used it again as resistance. So what I'm looking for here, guys, is let's stay on the H1. It's just a sort of a move back into here. Yeah, these highs, maybe this blue line, and then we can start selling from there as well. All right, if we take a quick look at the H4, yeah, you know, we're getting bearish. I like this top wick. Yeah, we're below the moving average 20. So again, you know, the H4 is looking okay as well. So they're the Swiss franc pairs that I'm looking at, guys. Now, I'm also looking at New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. I'm in this trade, and I think there's a potential trade for this right now. I'm already in it, but if you're not, this is a potential trade right now. So if we look at the day chart, right, we were in this sort of sideways action and then bang, right, uptrend, higher highs, uptrend. And just look at the candles, right? Bullish, and then look at these wicks. These wicks are bullish. That is buying pressure. Okay, so the idea is just to come back up to these daily highs, if not push it a little further up to this 8400 level. All right, so there's the trade. If we drop down to the H4, actually, again, let's look at the H1 here. Because you can clearly see that you know, we was in this trend coming down, right? And then bang, we've broken this trend line, right? Okay, we've broken this trend line and we've broken these highs through here. It's a bit of a level through here. Price keeps reacting and we've broken through with this candle. So I think New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar is a good trade right now up to this level. And then as promised, guys, I wanted to show you gold, right? And gold looks like a wonderful setup, right? It really does, yeah? If you just look at the gold daily chart, right? Wonderful setup. Yeah, you've got this level through here, right? We're in a uptrend, okay, and price is back at this level, right? What was once resistance becomes nice support. So we buy. Yeah, normally I would be, let's get rid of this old target, right? Normally I would be all over this, right? So why am I not all over this? Because if you just look, so this is gold against the US dollar, right? So if I buy gold against the US dollar, I'm basically saying US dollar weakness, right? Gold strength. And then if you look at any other dollar pair, right? The dollar is at a support level, right? This would suggest US dollar strength if we bounce off this support level. US dollar CAD, right? We've got a nice bullish candle formed yesterday at a support level. This suggests US dollar strength, right? Look at Euro US dollar, right? Where are we? Can't find it. Euro US dollar. Yeah, we've literally reacted at this level, right? And again, if I zoom in, you can see bearish reaction, which is US dollar strength. Okay, so every other pair is telling me US dollar strength. Okay, whereas gold isn't. And that contradiction across, you know, cross currencies won't allow me to trade gold. Wrongly or rightly, yeah, we will find out. But, you know, but for that reason, I can't, guys. All right. So yeah, there you go, guys. They're my trade ideas. Hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash that like button, guys. Check out the promotions we've got for our VIP Trading Academy right now, and I'll see you next time.